Good afternoon, guys, and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. So like I was telling you guys in yesterday's vlog, I will not have a grocery haul for you guys today because it is snowing like a blizzard outside. Legitimately, like it looks like that. When we've had these other snowstorms like recently, or when it snowed or whatever, it hasn't really looked this bad, just because it's one, like the really like big heavy sort of chunks of snow that are falling and like snowflakes, but it's also too like blowing like really bad, and because it's currently snowing while it's blowing, it just is like whipping it up and looks like a like blizzard outside. So it was actually only started snowing though maybe around like 1 o'clock, maybe noon. I was up at around 10 this morning. It hadn't even really looked like there were any like remnants of the rain from last night, which was supposedly gonna be the bad part, was that it was supposed to rain and then it was going to like freeze over during the night, and we were supposed to have really slippery roads, and it was supposed to be really slick outside, all this kind of stuff. And I went and looked, and it was definitely not, like, it didn't even look like it had been raining last night. Like, it looked like maybe, like, again, the snow had been melting, but it didn't, like, you know, like the pavement was wet and stuff like that, but it didn't actually look really bad. Like, again, like the sleet and all this kind of stuff that we were supposed to get earlier in the day. Now, it could have like early this morning, but like Jack's school got canceled, you know, which he normally goes at like 7 o'clock, and school, you know, starts 6 o'clock, whatever. So like if the streets weren't done by like 5-6 o'clock in the morning, then most likely that would have been why. But you know, like I said, it didn't look like that bad you know, when I woke up, so I don't really know. Like, they could have maybe done a half day sort of thing. Like, that happened to us once too, because it was sort of a similar situation, except we went to school and then halfway through the day it started snowing like really bad, and was really heavy and came down so fast that they ended up canceling school for like a half day. So they let us out like after like I think our 3rd or 4th period or something like that. So like they could have sort of done that, just because like I said early this morning it didn't look bad. It is sort of bad now, but like they'd only be getting out of school like around you know, like within the next half hour or so, because it's about 2:30. So again, if they would have just done like a half day instead, I think they could have been okay. But again, I don't entirely know what it looked like early this morning. But I will show you guys currently what it looks like outside, because like I said, it does look like a blizzard now versus again like last night and this morning, which was supposedly supposed to be the bad part of it. But then I did see that, you know, it was supposed to snow again, but I don't know how long this snow is supposed to last. So that is why we're not going to the grocery stores today, and my dad might be home from work tomorrow, and I don't know if Jack's gonna be home from school or not. But yeah, like I said, it does look pretty bad outside. It's actually like our neighbor's roof is completely covered, but the lawn, like there's still, you can still see the grass outside, so it doesn't look like we gotten like that much snow really. But it could have been too, because like it was warm yesterday, and so that's why, like, you know, it sort of warmed everything up, and that's why it's not like sticking maybe as much to the ground. I don't know. Either way, like I said, I will show you guys what it looks like out there. On top of that too, guys, I feel really bad. Let me show you guys Bravo out here. I don't know if you guys can tell, right on the end of his nose. Yeah, so you guys can see it sort of like right there. Little buddy must have done something, and we think he possibly is face planted outside, and because it's not a cut that he has on his nose, it looks more like it's like a scrape. And do you not like that I'm putting the camera right in your face right now? Hi, buddy. Yeah, what do you hear? Somebody outside? Do you hear them? Oh my goodness, Prof, I love your one ear. Anyways, like I was saying, we think my mom noticed it today. It could have happened on a different day, but so the dogs, when they've been going outside, because like I said, it's so icy in the backyard, that they go running full speed and then wind up tripping. And like my dad has said, he watched them in the backyard multiple times, both him and Charlie, face planting into the ground, because they just come running full speed and then they just right into the snow. So we think he maybe scratched him his little chin, I guess this is lip, sort of, his nose area. And so he's got, like I said, a little, like, you know, spot on there that looks like it's scraped. It's not like a cut or anything like that, and we never noticed it bleeding, but it just looks a little red. And so I feel really bad for him because, like I told you guys, the backyard has been so slippery. Like, me just walking from, like, the deck to the garage, it's been, like, crazy. So I feel really bad for him that, like I said, that's most likely what we're figuring happened, because nobody else noticed, like, at any point, like, he ended up doing anything to it, other than, again, we saw that he has went face first into the ground outside before, and Charlie's been doing it too. And then Bliss too, if she does wind up picking up full speed, which she's smart enough now to realize not to do that, the other two just don't, and they just go running outside. But she has been, you know, now that there's snow outside, this probably won't be much of a problem, or most of it melted yesterday, like the ice. But she, like, if she does it, she winds up slipping, like, sideways or something like that. They go face first into, like I said, the ice or the ground or whatever. But it looks like he scraped his little face up somehow. So I feel bad for the poor little buddy. But, like I said, I'll show you guys the blizzard outside. While I have the chance, guys, you see that little bird out there? That's a little junco. They like to feed on the ground. Oh, there's actually also one on the feeder. But normally they like to feed on the ground. They're super cute. They're little, like, they have sort of like a black back. Oh my goodness, there's one right here too. And here comes the other one. There he is. There he is, still right there. And they have little white, like, underbelly sort of, but they love, like, they're normally around when it's like cold out in the snow and stuff like that. It's when we normally see them. But they, a lot of times, like I said, that two of them seem a little weird, but a lot of times they just ground feed, and so they're one of the few birds that we wind up getting really in the winter. And like I said, right now, well, it's snowing outside, those are some of the only birds that we have. So like I said, I'll show you guys outside what it looks like right now. This is what it looks like, and you guys can see it's like really snowing. It's really coming down, but then too, like, when it actually, the wind winds up blowing, which you'll have to see if I can catch it when it does that, it like winds up whipping the snow around, and like I said, it's like going all over the place. So I think the birdies are so cute. They're just enjoying their little treats out there. So you guys see that? Yeah, and that looks kind of scary when it just comes like blowing, like, you know, blizzard like weather out there. So I'm happy the birdies have found the what's it called, the feeders outside. And honestly too, normally we only get like 2 or so of the juncos, because there is a little bush that's right over there that has berries on it, and they're always there in the winter time. But I think now, since they have found like I said, all of the feeders that I've put out, they are actually, like, that one's eaten off of the suet too. There's one on the suet right now. But that and my woodpecker friend are some of the only ones. Like, every once in a while we'll get like a random like bunch of like finches or sparrows or something like that, but these are the ones that will normally still come out in the snowstorm like this. So you guys see that blowing all over off the, like, the neighbors' garage roofs, all 3 of them right there, and even ours too. It doesn't seem to have blown that much off there, but here's a one little birdie that's just right here. Oh, and there goes another one. So anyways, I think they nest a lot of times in those bushes that's between our driveway, and like I said, that's where they normally hang out. But yeah, guys, this is blizzard-like conditions outside today, and so that's why, again, I don't have a haul for you guys. And there's another little junco over there. But they also have very, like, vibrant beaks. Like, their beaks stand out because they're very, like, compared to, like, their dark bodies. And then, like I said, their under, you know, bellies are, like, white. So, yeah, those are the little birdies that are out there now. I think they've all flown away. They're sort of over this winter weather, too.
Puppies. Bravo. Bravo. Boys. Boys. Pretty girl. Oh, boy. Go on, Bravo. Go play. Boys. Hi. Hey, pretty girl. Hello, pretty girl. Boy. Come on, puppies.
Well guys, as you saw earlier, I'm sure some puppy footage. I gave Jack the camera to go and show you guys the dogs playing in the backyard. It is still snowing. My dad said it's supposed to snow until 5 o'clock and he honestly thinks he's probably not going to go to work tomorrow. I don't know what Jack's school looks like as far as tomorrow. And like I was telling you guys too, like, and he agreed with me, like it was dumb for them to cancel school today when like it might have been, again, maybe like a little bit icy, but like my dad went all the way in the city and said like nothing, like it wasn't bad or anything. So that's why I don't know why they like canceled school for today. Again, because it did start snowing, like, you know, again, before they were out of school. But, you know, like I don't think that, again, it really should have, like, they should have gotten off today. It probably looks like tomorrow might wind up being worse. It just depends on when it stops. And again, if it's like, it's still like the streets are still bad in the morning, like they don't get the plows out enough or whatever. But the streets look pretty bad actually outside, just because, again, like really haven't seen any plows. Anyway, so I thought I'd share with you guys what we're doing for dinner. So this was what I was gonna do on Friday, but because we're not going to the grocery stores today, and we probably will tomorrow, again, as long as it's not like still snowing tomorrow, which I don't foresee that really being a problem. But I just decided to real quick switch the dinners that I was gonna do, because I needed to like cook this one more. I had extra things to do versus we were just gonna do sloppy joes today, because that's just like a throw in the slow cooker and then all I have to do is just pull buns out, and you know, everybody can have everything else to, you know, go with or whatever. Like, you know, I have cantaloupe I chopped up yesterday, so like, you know, that kind of thing. But today I needed to, again, babysit my dinner a little bit more, so that's why, even though it was another slow cooker dinner. But like I said, it's just, I had to do that, you know, with this dinner versus the other one, so that's why I was like, I'll flip-flop them. So this is what we ended up doing. This is just sort of shredded apart orange chicken, and then I'm doing that with, I got a thing of rice in here that I cooked in a rice cooker. I love this rice cooker, guys. And I did a thing of steamed vegetables on the top, and then I also did the asparagus that we got too at Jewel this week. I threw that in the oven. I did it with just a little bit of butter and garlic. And then also too, yesterday I cut up the cantaloupe that I got at Valley Produce maybe or something like that last week. And so yeah, that's what's for dinner. And then for myself, I used a little bit of the leftover or a little bit extra of the I made a little extra rice for myself. This is what I ended up making. I'm gonna actually pour it into a bowl. It's sort of like a little like burrito bowl sort of thing. It's got rice and black beans and salsa and cheese, and then I'm going to cut up an avocado and have that with it as well. And then I'll probably have, like, I've already been snacking on some of the what's it called, the cantaloupe, and probably some asparagus too. But also too, guys, one thing is with, I have a recipe for like anything that's like really sticky, like for example this, which is like the orange chicken, or the I have a recipe to do like peach pork loin, or I also have one that does it with cranberries, and those are like very sticky, and like they wind up getting stuck to the crock pot, and it's a huge pain. And so instead of wasting the liners, because I feel like the liners are sort of expensive, and I'll use those if it's making something really big where I need the whole entire crock pot to be covered. But in this case, where you guys can see, like, I didn't need a whole liner just because it really cooked on the bottom, but that's where it's going to get stuck the worst and the most, and it's the worst to clean up. I just add some tin foil in around the bottom, and like I said, it's like no big deal at all. It does not, you know, there's nothing sticky, because you guys can see like there on the side, like that's a part that would have gotten stuck most likely on the actual crock pot and would have just taken forever to clean and scrub it apart and all that. So this is my easy go-to little hack. Like I said, instead of wasting a liner, which is, they seem expensive, and like I said, unless like when I do the monkey pull apart sort of bread in the slow cooker, the overnight like French toast bread, that for example, I will use like a a liner for, but something like this where again it's really just sort of in the bottom of the crock pot, like you guys can sort of tell it didn't make like a whole ton. That's something that where I can just use a little bit of tin foil, and it's something we always have on hand anyway too, instead of being like, oh my goodness, we're out of, you know, liners or something like that. I don't have to worry about it. So like I said, that is what's for dinner tonight. Well guys, I am gonna take a shower and get to bed after a nice long productive day. You guys saw I got dinner all cooked, and also too I got everything cleaned up. Like I need to load up the dishwasher or unload it and load it back up tomorrow, but I already ran dishes for today, so I'm not going to do another load until tomorrow. But I have that all done and ready to go because again my cleanup was so easy, so I didn't have to you know, like leave anything soaking in the sink afterwards, or you know, again trying scrubbing it clean. It was a nice fast little, like I said, easy cleanup. So I got that done. I also edited and uploaded today, and I got to, like I said, I did dishes earlier today, and my dad is going to be home tomorrow, so we might be able to go to the grocery store still a little bit earlier tomorrow than we normally do, but either way we should be going to the stores tomorrow. I believe it stopped snowing, and I saw that it's supposed to be really windy tomorrow actually though, but we're not supposed to have any more snow, and Jack is super bummed out though because there's a preschool in our area, I guess, that has like school canceled, and so Jack is really upset. We were watching the Olympics, and then they took like a break for the news and then had the Olympics back on after that, so we were watching the news. My mom was seeing all the schools that were saying they were canceled again, and yeah, that was one of them, was a preschool in our area, and the high schools and elementary schools, all that stuff, though they're still open. So anyways, yeah, Jack is bummed out about that because like I was saying too, and even my mom agreed too, like it was dumb for them to have canceled school this morning, like, you know, because there was really like nothing wrong with the streets or anything like that, like going to school this morning. And so yeah, but they have school tomorrow now. It seems sort of worse, but like now, but there are plows out at least, so like I said, the streets should probably be cleared tomorrow. But either way though, my dad's not going to work because he's not going to have to try and figure out whether or not, like, we have the entire driveway though is not shoveled yet, and so for one reason, so him and Jack are gonna have to do it in the morning, or else he'll be outside in the morning taking care of it or something. But my dad leaves at like 3 in the morning too, so that's why, like, well, he gets up at 3, I think maybe he leaves by about 4 o'clock, so like even still, like that's a couple hours from now, and the streets still don't look great. So you know, like I said, he might wind up driving, like, you know, for him it's worse than it is for like Jack leaving for school. So either way though guys, yep, we got another big storm. And honestly too, I will say, other than with the time where this fell, just because it was during the day, I genuinely felt like this storm was maybe a little bit worse than the last one, that they were making so much more of a big deal. Like, I don't know, I think this one maybe was a little bit worse, I guess, just because I feel like we did get a decent amount of snow and very fast. Like I saw some, like while we were watching the news, I think they said something like an inch per hour or something like that we got. And I don't know how many inches we actually ended up getting, but regardless, you know, we still ended up with a lot of snow. And I felt like it really, the other one just seemed like it was hyped up so much more, and it could have been, you know, maybe a little bit worse, but I feel like this one today, nobody was hardly talking about it, and yet it seemed like it was actually worse than the other one. So anyways though guys, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog, most likely with a haul too. So if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.